Well, I can't hit it any better than that. Swing in the mid 115 range. And so in doing that, I didn't try and swing hard at all. The trick is, if you want to hit the ball far, you need to feel as if you're swinging easy. Now, for those of you who are struggling to swing past 95 miles an hour, that advice is a little frustrating, because if you swing slower, you feel like the club's just gonna go slower. And as you get better and better, and you improve your mechanics, the slower you feel like you swing, generally, the faster the club actually goes. Now, why is that? Well, the trick is the golf swing is all about one thing, and that is sequencing. In order for me to hit the ball like that, I have to sequence my swing properly. And what I mean by that is everything has to happen and fire in the right order, with my big muscles leading everything and then finally the club releasing at the bottom. But the golf swing's a complicated movement. There's a lot of things going on, and it's very difficult if you don't learn the proper sequence of how to put all this stuff together and ever get any distance and hit the ball over 300 yards like that. So what I want to talk about is using some simple training aids. You don't have to have a training aid. You can use a towel, a rope, anything. We sell the Gold Flex on the site on RotarySwing.com because it's just really simple and it's really inexpensive, and it helps you get the feeling of sequencing the golf swing correctly, because the shaft is super flexible. As you can tell, this thing's a little whippy, right? And as it moves back and forth, I start to feel the most important part, which is the head. You need to always feel the club head in your golf swing. And if your hands are tight, you have tension, you're gonna fire the club at the wrong time and you can't feel the club head. I like to imagine that that club head is like a sledgehammer. I want it to weigh, in my head, I want it to feel like it weighs 30 pounds. And as it's coming through the hitting area, it's pulling me through and releasing for me. If I'm holding onto the club with a death grip, I'm never gonna get that. So in order to feel like you're swinging slower, a training aid like this is really helpful, because if you try and do anything quick, a lot of tension from the top, or sequence, don't shift your weight or spin your shoulders, this thing's gonna pull you around all over the place. The feeling is super exaggerated, which is a good thing, because as you come back with your driver, you want to feel the shaft load at the top, and you wanna feel that you maintain that stress on the shaft all the way down until you release it. But if you're holding onto it tight and you've got all this tension, you'll never ever feel that. This forces you to feel it. And then you can start to soften up your grip and your forearms and just make some nice, smooth, rhythmical swings. And get the feeling, as I go to the top, I'm letting it set. I'm waiting for the club to set. That's when it sets, when you see it fully stress. And as I come down, I maintain that stress by just shifting my weight. This is all covered in the Rotary Swing Tour 5-step series. As I shift my weight, all I'm doing is keeping my arms relaxed, maintaining the stress on the shaft, and then releasing it. That's it, that's the whole swing. And with this, it makes it super easy to feel it. So, if you want to hit the ball further, you got to feel like you're swinging slower. This is going to force you to do that. So when you pick up the golf club and you go back to making your same swings, I want you to try and feel the same thing. Take your time. Don't snatch it back. Drag it back. Let it set and release at the bottom. You do that, you're going to hit the ball further with less effort. So when you really want to get to the maximum distance that you can hit your ball, I want you to take a look at our Bomb Your Driver series. This series has a ton of videos that are going to talk about all the details of how to get the most out of your driver and hit the longest drives of your life. So take a look at the series, click the link you see on the screen or in the description, and I'll take you right to it, and you can start hitting your longest drives today.